Hi everyone, I'm Teacher Tandis. Thanks for joining me on today's lesson. Today we're going to be doing a pronunciation lesson, and in my past videos you might have seen that the different ways we pronounce the past tense ed. One of the ways that I talked about is when you have the ed ending but you pronounce it like a T, like T sound, right? And that T sound is going to be what we're going to be talking about today. And that's called a pure T or true T sound, okay? So how do we produce this sound? You probably already know because this is maybe how you learned how to pronounce the letter T or double T. So it's the basic form. And we produce this sound by putting the tip of our tongue behind our teeth, on the top part, touching the little piece of skin above our two front teeth. And the sides of our tongue should be inside, touching the inside of our top front teeth, okay? That's the pure T. And again, it's unvoiced, it's aspirated, so we're just pushing air and releasing air. T. Okay? There are other ways of pronouncing this letter T or double T, which I'm going to be explaining in following videos. I'm going to break it up and start with this basic sound first. But in case you're wondering, well, how else is it pronounced? Sometimes it's pronounced like a duh. Sometimes we omit it and we don't say the T sound at all. We see a T, but we don't say a T. So those are examples of other ways. So there are multiple ways. Today we're going to start with the basic one, pure or true T. Okay, so when do we do that? When it's the first sound of a word, and we'll go over examples for each of these so you'll see. When it is the first sound of a stressed syllable, when it is preceded by a consonant sound or part of a consonant cluster, okay? So consonant clusters are two or more consonant sounds right next to each other. So examples here, at the start of a word, at the end of a word, it can happen in the middle of a word. We're going to go over those examples. Okay, so normally it's before the T, but sometimes not, right? We have some examples where it's TR, for example. Okay, so let's start with the first one, which is easy, when it's at the beginning of a word. Okay, like top, today, twin. Second example is when it's at the beginning of a stressed syllable. What's a stressed syllable? It's the syllable you pronounce more strongly or more loudly or more push in your voice, right? So let's look at this example. Attack. Attack has two syllables, attack. And the syllable that we stress is the second one. We don't say attack, we say attack, attack. And that stressed syllable starts with a T, so it's going to be a pure T sound. Another example from there is tattoo or pretend, right? We don't say pretend, we say pretend. Second syllable is stressed and it starts with a T, so it's going to be a pure T sound. Okay, when it's a consonant cluster, the rest of these words are examples of consonant clusters. Consonant clusters, two or more consonants together. So ST here, star, staple, STR, straight, TR, trip, try. Okay, here's an example of where it's at the end. Fact, or in the middle. Doctor, lift at the end. Okay, there's several examples. Tilt, past, erupt, faint. So again, we produce this pure T or true T in these ways: beginning of a word, beginning of a stressed syllable, preceded by a consonant sound or part of a consonant cluster like these. And this is the pure T sound. We produce it by putting our tongue behind our teeth, up at the top, and pushing air out, releasing that. There are your words for practicing. So practice these because the following videos are going to be different pronunciations, and you'll see the difference, hopefully, in those different pronunciations of the letter T or double T. Thanks for watching. As always, please comment, like, share, and enjoy. I hope that you learned something today. Until next time.